Greetings, brothers and sisters from around the world. Pull up a chair. It's time to get down to the business. I am your host, your brother, your humble servant, Mr. Jason Black. Glad to be with you all here again as we are going to discuss some things that I want to talk about here tonight. We are going to discuss women's lies, men lies. We're also going to do some side chick auditions. I actually was not going to do that, but somebody messaged me and let me know, hey, you said this and I'm trying to get my turn at bat. So I was just like, okay, seriously? But we're going to go ahead and do that anyway here. So that'll be coming up later tonight. So stick around. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm going to find out along with the rest of you. Now, what I do want to talk about here, which is what led me to come on here tonight, is we're going to go ahead and discuss men's lies and women's lies, because that's something that I've been wanting to talk about here for a minute. I'm working on the first chapter of the Dark Arts of Game for women, and I'm going to make that available to them as well. So I really want to get them up to speed on that. But coming up soon is going to be the Dark Arts of Game, the first chapter of the Dark Arts of Game for women. So be looking for that coming up here soon. We want to talk about lies that men and women tell. And first of all, I want to preface this by letting you know exactly what those lies are. Women tell emotional lies and men tell financial ones. Let me explain exactly what that means. I'm discussing the lies you tell yourself. When it comes to the lies that we tell ourselves and project to the world as a group. Not saying that all men, it is a good number of men, but practically all women. Number one lie that they tell themselves is about how they feel. And this is a very dangerous thing to have, because you don't live in a world that is ruled by emotions. You live in a world that is ruled by the laws of physics. The laws of physics are not the least bit concerned about your emotions or how you feel. That's the issue. And women tend to mess up their lives more than anything else by focusing on their emotions. And we understand, you say, well, they're emotional creatures. Yeah, but here's the problem. The problem is what makes you better. What makes you a top quality woman is your ability to temper your emotions. The women who will get along with men best, get the best out of men and the best out of life, are those who are able to temper their emotions, those who are able to control how they feel, or at the very least, how you respond. Do you realize how many women today, how many of you have been messed out of business, messed out of money, messed out of relationships? You've been screwed over because you are unable to temper your emotions. You are unable or unwilling to control how you feel. That's something that I want you to understand. When you are a person who is easily emotionally rattled, provoked, riled up, and that you start taking actions not based on well thought out strategic thinking, but based upon your emotions, you are the most vulnerable, easily manipulated, and easily dominated person. You see, as men, we understand this. As men, we understand this. If you're in a prison environment, as black men in particular, we understand if you're in a prison environment, job environment, when people are able to easily emotionally provoke you, then they're able to do things to you. They're able to get you under their thumb. They're able to dominate you. They're able to take things from you when they can easily manipulate you. When they're able to get you in your feelings and in your emotions. Emotions are necessary and essential, but you should not be ruled by them. And the biggest lie that women tell themselves is about their emotions. Relying on their emotions as a reliable source of information upon which to act. Relying on their emotions about how to respond to other people. Relying on their emotions about the commitments they should make. Oh, that's going to hurt a lot of feelings. Most women rely on their emotions for the decisions that they make regarding their commitments. And I'm not just talking about romantic commitments. I'm not just talking about male-female commitments. How many women listen to me right now? You are sitting up under a 7-year car note based on your emotions, based on how you feel. How many women right now are sitting in a psychology class or a sociology class under $40,000 of debt based on how you felt, based on your emotions? How many of you, oh, you thought this was just going to be about your male-female problems. Oh, no, we discussed power dynamics. How many of you women listening to me right now are watching, have a 500 credit score based on your emotions? Based on a financial decision that you made based upon your emotions. Not based upon logic, reason, strategic thinking, careful planning, but based upon, okay, this is how I feel. And I'm going to proceed based off of what I feel. How many of you are sitting in that position, in that predicament, right this moment? The truth of the matter is, most of y'all. Most of you. Most women are sitting in that. People, if you, especially black women, you can go down the list. This isn't my opinion. This is a statistic. This is a statistic. Most black women today are sitting under a bunch of debt, financially disadvantaged, driving a car they cannot afford. And I'm not talking about a luxury car. You squandered what little savings you had. Bought a bunch of cosmetics, you feel insecure. All of these based upon your feelings. Decisions are something that are supposed to affect your life for years and even decades. You want your decisions to affect your life for years and decades. That's what you want. When you make an investment, you want that investment to last. You want that investment to hold. You want that investment to have staying power. You want that. And that's why it is essential that your decisions be made from a place of strategic thinking, not from emotions. Not from emotions. You see, when you sit in your emotions will cause you to sacrifice when you should be generous. And it'll cause you to be generous when you should be sacrificing. Take notes. Take notes on that. Your emotions will cause you to want more when you should be sacrificing, and they will cause you to sacrifice when you should be wanting more. Because you are not proceeding strategically, you are reacting. Quite wrong. Emotions actually don't keep, well, emotions will keep you stagnant, I suppose, but the problem is emotions are fluid. So I guess they're a fluid thing that, if not controlled, will keep you stagnant. Because you are constantly responding to the world as opposed to strategically moving things. A lot of you women right now, most of the women listening to me right now, most of you are single because you could not or would not control your emotions. And you told yourself a lie. You told yourself that you didn't need something that you did, or you told yourself that you needed something that you didn't. Did you feel that? Your emotions caused you to tell yourself that you didn't need something that you actually needed. And it caused you to say that you didn't need something that was desperately essential. See, it's real easy to sit up here and say something. And the problem with female nature that is ruled by emotion, the problem with the female who is ruled by her emotions is she will make long-term decisions based on her reacting emotionally. Now, if you had a good mother and a good father, you might have had some training to help temper that. It takes training for women. It doesn't come naturally for them. Here's the problem. You will be punished regardless. Now, there's the issue. You can like it. You cannot like it. You can think it's fair. You can think it's not fair. You will be punished if you are unable or unwilling to control your emotions. If you are unable or unwilling to control your mouth. If you are unable or unwilling to temper your reactions, you can sit up here and say, well, I'm a female and we emotional. Okay, you're going to get your ass punished regardless. You're going to be punished regardless. So you can say those words, but that's not going to prevent you from being punished. You're going to be punished for failing to evolve. You're going to be punished for failing to grow the hell up. You're going to be punished for that. There's a saying, I'd rather fail doing it my way than succeed doing it someone else's. That ought to be the black woman's mantra today, as a group. Black women as a group, that is the black woman's slogan for dealing with life. I'd rather fail doing it my way than succeed doing it someone else's. Now, you can obviously see the flaw in that, unless, of course, your ego matters to you more than a prosperous life. Are y'all taking notes? Are you taking notes? Do you realize how hard it is to get women to acknowledge that they've made a mistake? That's emotion. I don't need to acknowledge I made a mistake. But people, you can't get help if you don't acknowledge you've made a mistake. Do you understand that? How do you get help? How do you get other people to give you help if you are unwilling to acknowledge that you have made a mistake? You see, you got yourself in trouble by investing badly. Now you need help, but you're unwilling to say you need help. So what you're depending on is other people to invest, even though you won't admit that there's a problem. So you want them to make a bad investment on your behalf. You can automatically see the problem with that thought. You can automatically see the problem with that position. You want other people to invest in something that's already bad. No, you have to divest yourself from this bad investment. And then other people will feel free or safe enough to step in and give you help. Black women are the women least likely to be able to get a loan. They're the people least likely to be able to get a loan. When you're in your emotions, you're not dealing with the world realistically. You're dealing with the world from a selfish standpoint, not a realistic one. Not a realistic one. You've got to deal with the world from a realistic standpoint. If you are unable or unwilling to do that, then people are not going to help you. The way that you come up in this world really fast is with the assistance of other people. That is what capitalism is based upon. Capitalism is based upon the ability to gather other people and be able to capitalize on their human resources for your benefit. So the fastest way to be able to improve your position in the world is to be able to get help from other people. But if you are a person that other people feel is too risky to be able to help, then guess what? You're going to be last at everything. If you're able to get in line at all, you'll be last. One of the lies that women tell themselves is they don't need a man. Ladies, a woman without a man is like a car without wheels and an engine. It's not a car. It's a big paperweight. As a woman, you need a man to balance you. As a woman, that's not optional. As a woman, you cannot develop. You cannot finish your development. You see, your parents brought you from childhood to adulthood. It is a man who takes you from adulthood to womanhood. Oh, a lot of y'all thought your parents did that for you. Nope. You better take some notes. There's a whole bunch of you chicks who grew up in two-parent homes and your daddy wasn't worth a damn. Yeah, he was able to take you from childhood to adulthood, but he wasn't able to make a woman of you. It's only the man you get with who is able to take you to that next level. You see, as an adult, you can be single. Any grown woman can be single. Any grown female can be single, but when you are a woman, you exit the single world. You are no longer the ward of your father. That is no longer the most important man in your life. You are demonstrating that you have the ability to make an attachment to another man who will provide for you. Your father provided for you through childhood. Your man provides for you through womanhood. Oh, I'm breaking up so many sacred cows right now. Breaking up so many. So many of y'all had it backwards and didn't understand. You're looking to your father for something he cannot give you. Your father can prepare you in so many ways, but just understand, you ain't gonna reach that next level until the man who provides and protects for you says you have. Oh, man. It doesn't matter what your father thinks, what your mother thinks. If that man is unwilling to provide and protect for you, if he is unwilling to put you under his umbrella of provision, then you have failed as a woman. A lot of you telling yourself, as long as I'm good with my mom and daddy, I'm all right. Okay, if you're going to marry your mom and your daddy, I guess that makes sense. If you're not, the man that you wish to be with, he will be the final word on your womanhood. Oh, man. Your mama didn't learn how to be a woman from her mother and her grandmother. She learned how to be a woman from her father and your father if she married him. If he was willing to marry her, that was the final stamp of approval. That this man considers you to be a woman. Now, he might be making a mistake. He might be making a bad call. Or the call could go bad later. But just understand, it is the man who takes you from your father and begins to take you under his wing as protector and provider. That is the final certification that your womanhood has come into fruition. That's the final word. But it's a bunch of y'all women out here right now, you can't get a nigga to give you a cup of sugar, much less to provide and protect for you. I'm just keeping it real. And it's because there are so many lies that women tell themselves. A man's not going to sit here for 50 years to try to break through your wall of lies. When you say I don't need a man, and that's precisely the reason a man will not provide for you. You see, you have to put responsibility on a man. Oh boy. Let me go ahead and explain that precisely, because a lot of y'all are already, your avaricious, greedy little mind is already drilling holes in your head. Oh yeah, I can do that right there. No, heifer. Pump your brakes. You see, when you put yourself under a man's care, you have to put yourself in his hands and say, you're steering the car, you're steering the ship. If we run aground, it'll be your decision to make. But as my leader, I'm putting that in your hands. Now you are putting responsibility on him. And to a man, I'm talking about man with a capital M. I'm not talking about these sagging pants little boys, the dudes you chicks like to get pregnant by. Okay, you messed up, he's messed up. You don't know nothing about manhood. You're already screwed up in the game. At least you can listen to this for entertainment. But to a man who is a man, who seeks to be leader, who seeks to be the most intelligent, most driven, most capable person in the room, that man, the alpha, when you put responsibility on him, he shines. He is at his best when he is given responsibility. When he's given command, he's going to make things happen. A lot of you chicks today, you're upset talking about these men ain't no good. You chose a fellow who can't produce, can't do anything, and then you're upset. You chose somebody who is easily controlled, not someone who wishes to lead. You got somebody that you could lead. Well, if you're leading him, then he's not taking responsibility. You got a fellow who you're constantly having to do things for. Well, yeah, that keeps him safe. Well, emotionally, it keeps him safe. Yeah, but it's going to keep you financially destitute. A man wants to take responsibility, but you have to put that responsibility in his hands. And what that means is he's driving the car. You're not his co-pilot. Or you're his co-pilot, but there's not a second steering wheel in the car. He's driving it. You don't get to tell him where to turn. You don't get to do any of that. If he asks for your assistance, that's when you step in. You don't get to step in and say, well, if we're going to turn left, we need to turn right up. Here's what we need to do. There are a bunch of you who are destitute and alone right now because you demanded to say, let's go right. And eventually that man said, you know what? Why don't I just get out and let you have the car? Or better yet, you get out. And I'll drive and turn left up here. Since you think you know where you're going, why don't you get out and catch an Uber? 75% of black women today are catching an Uber. Oh man, am I hurting so many feelings? I know it's a bunch of non-black women out here struggling too. I get that, but I just wanted to make this specific. By the way, 75% of y'all are out here driving an Uber, are out here riding in an Uber. You ain't even driving it. You're riding in it. Because the man with the car puts you out. It's even worse if you're a single mother. I posted this on Facebook today. Single mothers stop developing because they have children, because your children become your social circle. When you're a single mom, you are deprived of a man to help you finish your development into womanhood. Your social circle is a bunch of damn children. And that's all you spend time around is a bunch of children. So your personal development at home is relating to children, not relating to another adult on a regular basis. Bunch of y'all are in your 20s, 30s, and 40s and older, and your personal development and growth has stopped because you went from high school around a bunch of children to a roof of your own with more children, but without being required to make a life with another adult. Oh boy, am I busting your chops. I damn sure am. I damn sure am. You're stuck around a bunch of kids. And by the way, when you meet us as men, we don't want to hear that. Let me tell you right now, Every black man who's making more than $100,000 a year, we get approached by a single mom literally 2 or 3 times a week. And she doesn't see her gross lack of maturity. Now, she's the only one who doesn't see it. We see it from a mile away in her conversations, how she talks, how she comports herself. When you start discussions with her, she starts dancing to high school music. Her conversations are banal. They're very monosyllabic. She can talk about a professional environment, but when it comes to her personal environment, ain't no development going on. You've been stunted. You've been stopped. You've been retarded in your growth. And we can see that. When you have relegated yourself to being around a bunch of children, now you're only fit to be around a bunch of children. And there you are. There you are. And then your social circle is either going to be a bunch of children or a bunch of failed females. And so the men that you desire to be with are going to be failed men. Men who failed to reach adulthood and manhood. You don't see single moms having babies by fully grown men. Yet you see single moms having babies by big ass men babies. Her development never finishes. And she's out here telling you she's killing the game. One of the last lies, this is by no means a comprehensive list. One of the last lies that women tell you is that they're not dying inside. Now, there's the other thing right there. Now, you can't be helped if you are unwilling to admit that there's a problem. Most women today are dying inside. Hell, a lot of them are dying on the outside. Where do you think the morbid obesity thing is coming from? That is the inside expressing itself externally. That is their inside expressing itself externally. They're dying and falling apart. You are literally falling to pieces before our eyes. What do you think? The hair weave obsession. You don't know how to take care of yourself, and you're hoping that something you've been told in a hair shop is going to cover up the fact that you're falling to pieces. You see, when a woman properly maintains herself, she is together. That is the purpose of a woman getting up in the morning and making sure she looks okay, because that is her way of emotionally balancing herself to present herself to the world. When we say getting ready, that's literally what it means. I am getting ready. And how a woman does it is different than how a man does it. When a woman prepares herself for the world, because it's different for them than it is for us. It's different for them. But most of these women today are dying inside. They are dying and falling apart. They are lonely as hell. That's where the anger and the bitterness comes from. First of all, from being messed over by your mama's bad teaching. And second of all, when you went out into the world and realized you just played your damn self. They are angry as hell. And a woman without a man is only half a woman. A woman without a man might as well be a man. Because you have no balance and you have nothing to distinguish yourself or differentiate yourself. You need a man so that you can keep perspective of what it means to be a woman. You see, when you're a woman and you live with a man, you are able to compare yourself and compare your daily routine to his. When your routine starts looking too much like him, it's like, oh hell, I'm falling off my woman thing. I got this little stubble growing under my damn chin. Oh hell, I ain't had a manicure, I ain't had a pedicure. My toenails looking like this nigga's. Oh, I gotta go get straightened out. When you're by yourself, you lose all perspective of that. When you are by yourself, you lose all perspective. You lose it. You need a man so that you can keep perspective. You need a man so that you can constantly keep checking in on yourself to make sure your womanhood's up to code. Because remember, he's the man who validates that. If he is the protector and the provider, he's the man who validates that. But if you can't distinguish between yourself and him, then guess what? Your womanhood has been sacrificed. Your womanhood has been sacrificed. You can't distinguish between yourself and him. Trying to give you the game. Want to talk about the lies that men tell. Fellas, biggest lie that men tell is money don't matter. Brothers, tell that lie to your mama, and she ain't gonna believe it. Money is how we keep score, fellas. Money is how we keep score. Money is how we find out, are you producing money? See, as a man, you desire to have black and white. Women desire gray areas because women aren't expected to produce. So women can sit there and play little games with themselves. As men, you are required to, it's either there or it ain't. As a man, you are supposed to demand a world in black and white. That means you don't play no gray zone bull jive. You demand black and white. Either you got it or you don't. You know why? Because you don't want no other dude running up to you with no damn gray area talk. If you gave that fella $500, you expect your $500 back. Not $300, not $350, not $400, not an IOU. Run my bread. Run my change. He knew how to find you. He knows how to pay you. So first and foremost, the reason why you don't allow that to be an explanation that you give to other people is because you don't want that to be an explanation that other people give to you. No, not in America, jackass, on planet Earth. I already explained this one. If you're not a subscriber to my Patreon, you need to go look up Two Fish Leroy. If you're not a subscriber to my Patreon, you need to be, so you can see about Two Fish Leroy. For my subscribers to my Patreon last week, you found out about Two Fish Leroy. No, I already got somebody in the chat room trying to minimize it. No, it ain't. It's not America. It's planet Earth. If you're on planet Earth, those are the rules. Those are the rules. Always some loser trying to minimize it. Well, I mean, fantasy talks. That's nothing right there. I'm so glad you said that, though, because you are Exhibit A. Fantasy talk. You can't cope and deal with the real world and meet the standards of the real world. So now you start retreating into fantasy talk. Well, in America. Well, nigga, do you live in America? Oh, you do? Okay, even if it's, well, that's in America. You live in America. You live in America. You don't live on the moon. You don't live somewhere else. You don't live in the Amazon rainforest. And oh yeah, by the way, ain't no chick gonna follow you to the Amazon rainforest. So keep sitting up here fantasizing to yourself that there's some mystical, magical, mythical place somewhere over the rainbow where broke niggas get love. Can we just keep it real? Even for the damn deadbeat baby daddies out there, the only reason that heifer slept with you is because she figured at some point you was gonna make good and do something for yourself. At some point you were. She figured at some point you was gonna make out good. It didn't happen. Broke dudes don't get love. It's just that simple. Furthermore, broke dudes shouldn't get love. You need to get your damn act together. For you sit up here trying to talk about what you need to get. Get your damn act together. So as men, the most dangerous lie that we tell ourselves is that we don't need to keep score. That money don't matter. That success doesn't matter. Prosperity doesn't matter. Let me tell you something. As men, we keep score. As men, we are here to refine the species and to improve it and make it better. If you got some jackass who wants to move to the Amazon rainforest wearing grass skirts, you go ahead and do that. Here in the real world, we keep score. As men, that is what we do. And the reason for that is because we want to make sure that everybody, as a man, I can't do my best when the people around me are not doing their best. So you see, I've got to get everybody else up to speed and get them up to code so I can keep myself there. Steel sharpens steel. Actually, originally I think it's iron sharpens iron, but you get the idea. But if you aren't on your game and you are constantly in a state of decline, the people around you are going to be constantly in a state of decline. So you need to keep score so that you can make sure the people around you aren't bringing you substandard effort. You as a man, you're not supposed to be accepting substandard effort from other people. You give them your best so that they can bring you theirs. You want to make sure that you have the ability to call those shots so that people walk in the room when they see you, they know the deal. As a man, you are supposed to want to be at your most powerful. How the hell will someone please explain to me how broke and powerful coexist and complement each other? You tell me, where does broke and powerful meet and become complementary to each other? To any jackass who wants to tell me that money doesn't matter, to somebody, I'm going to have you call up and explain, well, I can be broke and powerful. I want to hear how that one works. Explain to me the broke, powerful person that you know. The person who is simultaneously financially weak, but socially powerful. No, in the chat room, even in domestic violence, he can punch her in the eye, and next thing you know, the police gonna come get him. At least the fella with some money can get out of that jam. No, you're still the weakest person in the room. You still are. The fella with some money can do it and get a lawyer and get out of it. Shout out to the CEO of the San Francisco Giants. No. If you broke, ain't no power to be had. On any level. You're going to be victimized by everybody. You're going to be easily victimized by everybody. The next lie that men tell themselves is that his manhood is not essential. That being respected is not essential. Brothers, remember what I said that a woman without a man is like a car without wheels? A man without respect is like a car without a car. You don't have manhood when you are not respected. Respect is essential. As a man, respect is essential. That's why the soldiers and the brothers are out here in the streets now. The white supremacists have disrespected us. Respect is essential. It's not optional. It is essential. It's obligatory. You will give it. You will give it. A man who is not respected is not a man, period. A man who is not respected is not a man. That's why it is so important that you get any female who does not respect you away from you, because you will start to become acclimated to that and get used to not being respected. As a man, you must be respected, because you can't operate at 100% efficiency. You can't operate at 100% optimal efficiency if you are not respected. Just like a woman needs the presence of a man to be able to distinguish and identify her womanhood, a man needs an atmosphere of respect to be able to distinguish and identify his manhood. When you are respected, that means that people look up to you. But they look up to you because of what you're able to do and produce. Number three lie that we tell ourselves is that we don't have to be producers. The hell you don't. You can't be respected if you're not a producer. As a man, there is no reason to respect you if you do not produce. There is nothing to respect. A woman's womanhood is contingent upon her ability to enhance your manhood. Your manhood is contingent upon your ability to produce. That's the damn bottom line. I don't give a damn what your mama or your daddy told you to the contrary. If they said something different from what I just said, they lying. As a man, your manhood is contingent upon your ability to produce, to make more than you've already had. That is how you reward the female who takes her proper place and shows respect and deference. That's how you do that. A man who is divorced from the obligation to produce is not a man, because he has no metric by which to measure his manhood. I didn't say you have to be making $10 million a year, but you must be productive. You must be driven. You must be relentless. At the very least, you can be the first one to wake up in your damn house in the mornings. At the very least. Malcolm X set that standard. That you should be the first one up in the home. Even if your woman doesn't live with you, she should know that if she sends you a random text message at 5 in the morning, if she sends you a text message at 5:10, if that's your woman, she should get a response by 5:12. Let her know, oh no, heifer, I'm on it. I'm on it. But a bunch of you are male failures who've been raised by female failures, or worse, male and female failures in the same damn house. God help you. So you don't want productivity to be the metric by which you are measured, because you don't know how to produce. You've been given a bunch of bad information. You've been given a bunch of bad advice. You've been told to go to college for courses that couldn't help you. You don't have anybody who's able to sit down and be that mentor. See, as males, we need other men, productive men around us to mentor us, either by their advice or their example. Because see, as men, we can pick up on things just by watching how a player moves. Understand that. See, that's the difference between men and women. No offense, ladies. As ladies, y'all have to be, a woman has to sit you down and give you all the game and give you all the details. As men, we're hunters. As hunters, we observe behaviors. We observe patterns. We observe practices. We observe nuances. We watch for fine details, fine changes. We are hunters by nature. We can tell when there's one prey, when he's going to move, when he's going to sit still, when he's going to feed, when he's going to drink, when they're going to give birth. See, our survival as men, you heard me say this now to you for years, our survival depends upon our ability to be able to observe the environment around us, to soak it in, to take it in, to be able to watch all the things that are happening around us and at every single possible angle of degree. Especially as black men, our survival depends on that. It depends on our ability to be totally cognizant of our environment, to pick up on non-verbal communication. As men, we have to be able to pick up on non-verbal cues. Our survival depends on it. So if I drop you in a room with somebody and his money is straight, you're supposed to be able to pick up everything. The way he dresses, the way he talks, how he talks to other people, the conversations that he holds, the things he says, the things he doesn't say. What time did he walk in? What time did he leave? You're supposed to be like the damn FBI and the CIA together. You're supposed to be tapping this nigga's phone. You're supposed to be trailing behind him. You're supposed to be taking notes. You're supposed to be listening through the wall. When I was a teenager, every time I met a guy who made more than $500,000, I was soaking up every single nuance of every single thing. Men who make real money don't dress like big children. Men who make real money don't walk around with their pants sagging. That's a nigga with nothing to lose. A man who is productive has something to lose. He carries himself in a certain way because he's got something to protect. A nigga with his pants sagging, showing his drawers, this nigga ain't protecting what he needs to. With his butt cheeks jiggling in the breeze, nigga, you ain't protecting nothing. So that's why somebody who's got something to lose, he ain't gonna fool with you. You can't protect your damn self. There's no way in the hell you're gonna protect him. You can't protect yourself from sexual assault. There's no way in the hell somebody with something to lose is going to sit here and fool with your ass. Not going to happen. Not going to have it. You walking around here with a damn halter top. No, we're not going to fool with you. With your halter top and your patent leather shorts? No, this man wants to know that you're ready to produce. And how you carry yourself, how you talk, how you move, how you approach conversations, what you do. Like a woman has to get ready before she faces the world, a man needs to also. Say something else you ain't gonna like. There's a difference between a man who walks outside with pants and a man who walks outside with shorts all the time. It's one thing when you're at the beach. It's another thing when you meet a guy, he wearing pants all the time. Let me tell you, one of you is demonstrating that he is war ready. The other one is demonstrating he's on a vacation. Okay. Producers are going to take notes. A producer is going to take notes. Other producers are going to take a look at you and try to figure out whether or not you belong amongst the circle. Or if you're somebody who's going to drain resources. Dude, it's hot in Louisiana too. We wear pants down here, my nigga. It's one thing to be at the beach, and you shouldn't be there too often. It's hot everywhere, man. We got global warming coming on. What the hell are you talking about? It's hot everywhere. You got lesbians out there in California right now wearing denim pants and combat boots. The next lie that we tell ourselves as men is that the quality of woman that we have doesn't matter. Oh, it's a bunch of dudes out here. You got Sida Bay on your arm. You got Lizzo on your arm. You got Doja Cat on your arm. Oh, man. I'm stuck. Oh, you thought I was just going to stop at the round, rotund ones. No. A lot of you niggas out here, a lot of you dudes, the female that you have, your woman is a representation of you. And can we just be back with you here As I was saying, a lot of these dudes are sexual dumpster divers. Fellas, your woman represents you. Your woman represents you. The biggest lie that a man can tell himself is that his woman is separate from him. No, she's not. Your woman is your representative. Your woman or women are your representatives. I'm going to be able to tell everything about you. The moment she walks in the room, I will be able to tell you 60% of the story. The moment that she opens her mouth, I'll be able to tell you the other 40%. I can tell you 100% about your life from the way that your woman looks and the way that your woman talks. I will be able to tell you 100% about your life as a man. 100%. I'll be able to tell you everything. I can tell you everything about Russell Wilson's life. Come here, Ciara. I can tell you everything about Russell Wilson's life just by taking a look at his chick. And then when she opens her mouth. I can tell you everything about Will Smith just from the way that Jada Pinkett moves and how she opens her mouth. I can tell you everything about Will based on his representative. I can tell you everything about Jay-Z based on Beyonce. She is your representative. Your woman represents you. The reason why it is essential that you have a woman of value and substance is because she will communicate to the world whether you are a man of value and substance. If your woman is deficient, guess what? She's your woman. If your woman opens her mouth and sounds stupid, that's your woman. If your woman looks like Lizzo and is out here swinging her great big Elmer cow buttocks in front of people, that's your woman. You see, there's a reason why dudes don't want to fool with these chicks who go slinging their booty cheeks around. He can't make a real investment in you. There's a reason why Kanye West's psyche is falling apart at the seams. He got his broad done been so flagrant, and he tried to tell himself, I can live with it. No, you can't. Another lie that men tell is that we do not need other men. A lot of you raised by single mothers, that's one of the lies you've been told, is that you don't need the company of other men. As men, we keep each other competitive. See, there's a reason why in professional sports, somebody shows up with a nice car, you got to outdo that. Somebody else has got good stats, you got to outdo that. Somebody else has a winning record, you got to beat that. We push the species forward. As men, we push the species forward. But you can't get that from women because you're not competing with women. You're competing with other men, but you cannot compete with them if you don't have any competition. So you've got to have other men that you are watching, monitoring, being mentored by, associating with, so that that competition remains sharp, so that you can stay on top of your game. Because men are your competition, not women. As a man, biologically, when you see another man gaining on you, biologically, it's going to kick in. I got to pick up the pace. I got to pick up the speed. When you see another man getting stronger and outlifting you, biologically, it's going to kick in. Whoa, I can't let that happen. I can't let that happen. He becomes stronger than me. He dominates me. I can't allow that to occur. As a man, biologically, you are going to do that. Biologically. That's what you're going to do. You don't have that reaction from women. When you get around a woman, that's not really going to be your reaction. She doesn't drive you like that. She doesn't give you a milepost and a mile marker. You see, with a woman, you can be behind a woman. A lot of you dudes is. You can be behind a woman, but you see, when you get to compare yourself to other men, you can find out exactly how far behind you are. A woman can't let you know how far behind you are. Other men, especially those doing better than you, they will be able to give you an accurate diagnosis of exactly how far behind you are, and furthermore, why you are behind. Your woman cannot help you with that at all. A woman can whine and nag and complain because you are behind. She can't tell you why you are, and she can't really do very much to help you get ahead. Now, this all seems to be very obvious, but the truth of the matter is most of you hadn't figured it out. A woman can whine and complain and nag you about being far behind, but she doesn't know how to tell you how to get ahead. She just knows you ain't producing enough. That's all she knows. And instinctively, she's not going to think I need to help him. Instinctively, she is going to start thinking he is helpless and lame. And she is going to immediately go looking for someone else. And as men, furthermore, that's supposed to be something that you expect. A woman is not here to sharpen your steel. Did you get that? Women don't sharpen your steel. She can be encouraging. She can be nurturing. But she can't sharpen the steel. That's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to fan the furnace. It's your responsibility to brave the fires. It's your responsibility to do that. She can't sharpen the steel. That's what you have to do. You have to sharpen the steel. That's your job. It is your job to demonstrate that you can sharpen it. That's what she cannot do. She can't sharpen steel. She doesn't know how. She doesn't have the ability. It's not her job. It's not her responsibility. Now, as a man, you are supposed to choose the woman who is best for nurturing, for encouraging, for having your back. Yeah, you're supposed to have that. You're not supposed to choose the woman. Okay, now, sometimes I sharpen the steel and sometimes you do it. Okay. You can try that. Your job is to get the female who's able to assist you with being a man, but she's not supposed to sharpen your manhood. You look to other men to do that. I didn't say in a nurturing way either. I didn't say in a nurturing way. Did you catch that? I didn't say in a nurturing way. I didn't say look for them to nurture you. A lot of you dudes out here, you're looking for grown men to nurture you. Hell no. Other men are not supposed to be here nurturing you. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. One of the other lies that you're told is that your job is to please a woman. No, it ain't. Because too often that just morphs into ass kissing. Because a lot of you dudes start looking for the path of least resistance. That's where you start getting into trouble. When you start looking for the path of least resistance. You start telling yourself, well, let me see if I can get by like this. See if I can do that instead. A man isn't supposed to look for the path of least resistance. A man is supposed to take the bull by the horns and create his own paths. He's not supposed to look for the path of least resistance. That is how you solidify your place and your position as a leader. Your place and your position as a leader are contingent upon your ability to blaze those trails, to sharpen that steel, to provide for your woman that which she is unable to provide for herself. That is what you are supposed to do as a man. That is what's supposed to identify you and validate you. That's what does it. You're looking for a woman to sit here and pick up the pace for you. You're sitting here looking for a woman to give you reassurance. A lot of you have been buck broken by your mamas. As a man, you supposed to be out in the cold. Oh man, I'm hurting so many damn feelings. You thought it would be different. You're supposed to be out in the cold. As a man. We got too many fragile ass beta sexuals out here. You're supposed to be out in the cold as a man. You are supposed to be braving the elements. You're supposed to be taking on the difficult tasks. That's what makes you a man, is your ability to do that. It is also what makes you better at surviving. That's what's supposed to happen. You're not supposed to be scared of adversity as a man. Too many of you are sitting up here because you've been butt broken by your mama or your daddy or whatever. You're sitting up here looking for people to give you an easy way out. Give me the easy way of doing things because you don't have confidence in yourself. Because you ain't really been through nothing. You were mollycoddled. You were spoiled. And at the end of the day, your woman is going to still look for those masculine cues. Don't matter how much you don't like it. A woman is still going to look for those masculine cues, and you don't get to choose what masculine is. You don't get to make that decision. That's not a choice that you get to make. Your job isn't to please women. Your job is to provide and protect for her, to be the most capable man that you can, and she will find pleasure from that. She'll get her pleasure from that. But it's not your job to sit up here and please her. It is your job to be the proper leader. It is your job to be intelligent. It is your job to be capable. It is your job to be able to sacrifice for the greater good. It is your job to be able to find the best, most prosperous path for her, and she gains pleasure from that. That's what you're supposed to do as a man. That's what defines you. That is what makes it clear that you are a man. No one else is supposed to do that for you. Your woman isn't either. She doesn't know how. She doesn't have the tool set to be able to figure that out. These are manhood traits. She can tell you it's missing. She can't tell you what to do. Fellas, it's like a woman who doesn't know how to walk in heels. She's all pigeon-toed. She's walking like one of the hippos from Disney's Fantasia. She's walking like one of the elephants from Jumanji. All you know is that ain't damn sexy. Now, you can't tell her how to walk in a pair of heels. You don't know how to swing your damn hips. And if you do, hell, nigga, a woman might not be what you need. But you don't have any way of being able to do that. You can tell her she messing up. It's like feminine hygiene. All you can do is tell her, you ain't on point. You can't tell her what to do. You can just tell her it ain't on point. But you don't know what to do. All we know how to do is punish you for not being on point. We're not here to help you fix it. As a man, please understand, women don't know what they want. It is your job to be a man, and that will be what she wants. That's your job. You be a man, and that will be what she wants. You're not here to listen to chatter and idle complaining. If she don't like it, there's the damn door. If she comes back, she aight. Real talk. Real talk. The lies that men and women tell. Got a lot of lies that we tell ourselves. What I'm going to do here now is I'm actually going to see about us making a little bit of a transition here. Now that we've covered that, I've got somebody on the line here who wants to speak with me. I'm not really sure how this is going to go. You all are going to find out how I'm going to find out, because clearly they got something to say here. I've got their placeholder picture, and we are going to deal with that. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and see about opening up the phone line here so that they can go ahead and let me know what they got on their mind here. See if we can hear them here. Caller from 954, are you able to hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right. Let me see here, because I'm hearing you, but I'm not hearing you. For some strange reason, I hear you, but I'm not hearing you. Okay. I just figured out why I'm not hearing you. That wasn't too bright. All right. What we're going to do here is we're going to speak to, we're just going to call you Rachel, okay, Rach? All right, we're just going to call you Rachel here. Rachel, you sent me a message earlier this week. And by the way, I hadn't forgotten, okay? I've just been very busy. But I want you to go ahead and why don't you go ahead and state what your reason is for wanting to call in, and we'll just take it from there. Okay, so you're saying that you were here because of our side chick audition. Now, they're saying that they're having trouble hearing. I'm going to have to see about that here for just a moment because I've been having some audio issues. I'm showing now for everybody who's saying that they can't hear, I'm registering that there's volume coming in here. I'm registering that there's volume coming in here. Are you all able to hear me? I just want to make sure about that because they're saying they can't hear it all. Not really sure why that may be occurring. They might be on the wrong side of things. She is kind of soft-spoken. Most of the devious ones are. Most of the devious ones are. So, no, I'm not holding it against you. Okay, now let me just find out here, everyone. Now, is it that you're not able to hear her, or is it just that she's just talking softly? Because if that's the case, I'll see about doing something a little bit different here. Okay, they say they can hear me, but they are not getting any sound out of you. I'm not really sure why that is, because you're such a nice person. Okay. Okay, because whatever the reason is, they are saying they are not hearing you at all. I'm not really sure why they would be hearing nothing, but because I'm able to hear you, and if I'm able to hear you, they should be able to. I'm going to try to check a couple of settings here, because what I'm going to end up doing here is I'm probably going to end up taking this someplace where I don't have to worry about YouTube messing with my content. But Rachel, before I get started on that, while I'm straightening that out for him here, I want to find out from you here. Okay, a lot of folk would say, why in the world would you be calling me up to ask that or to request that? Why is that? If I like it, I want it. Most women don't say that. They're lying about me, or they're lying about me, or they're just lying in general. Okay. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna see about give me a few moments here. I'm gonna see if I can give you a call back and see if I can get your audio up here for us, okay? Give me a few moments. Let me see if I can give you a call back and see if that straightens it out, okay? All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to see if I can give her a call back because I'm not really sure why it is you all are saying that you're having trouble hearing her or not. I don't know why, because I'm hearing her. But if you all are saying you're not hearing, I'll figure something else is going on there. I'm going to go ahead and drop that here. I'm going to try to give her a call back. Call her back on Skype instead and see if I can get you all to hear that. we're going to get it straightened out here. Like I say, I've got a new setup on some things, so we're going to get it straightened out here one way or the other. The reason I would like to keep Skype, of course, keep my blog talk, is if I want to take phone calls later. We're going to see if we can get that up and going for you here. She wants to read me the riot act about that. She wants to read me the riot act about it, so. Okay, we got it. You all can hear me. You're just not able to hear her. We got it. We're going to go ahead and see if we can try to get that straightened out for you here. She's a nice kid. She's a nice kid. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get something else going on here. Now, in the chat room, please do not say that there's no sound. If I've already explained about the caller. I'm going to see if I can get that taken care of, but don't say that there's no sound unless you can't hear anything. And even if you can't, that's on your end. I'm not sure what she wants to hear yet. I'm going to see. I'm not worried about that. I'll give them a chance to go ahead and say whatever they want to say about it. Not really sure why I was giving them a hard time, but we're going to see if we can try something a little bit different here. So give us a few moments here. Now, so you all to be aware, my mods are here. My mods are letting me know I'm able to be heard. So if you say that you're not able to hear anything at all, I'm going to have them remove you because we can be heard. So don't say that. No, I'm not being difficult. I just need to keep confusion to a minimum. But there's not an issue with us being heard. There's not an issue with that. So if you're not hearing, there's something else going on. I'm going to see if we can try to do this a different way here and see if we can get anything to work on that. Going to see if we can try it again here in a moment. Rachel, can you hear me? Okay. Now, if they're not able to hear you now, we got something different going on. If that's the case. Okay, you all can let me know if you can hear her. I got her on the line here for me. I need my mods to do their job a little bit better here about that. Okay, for some reason, they are still saying that they are not able to hear you. And I'm not exactly sure what it is. I'm not sure what you all are not able to hear. I can hear it just fine. So, if I can't get y'all to hear it any better, what I'll do is I'll just let you all go. And I'll just record it and upload it later if you all are really just having that much of a problem hearing. So I'm not really sure what it might just be the two of us talking here since they're claiming that they're having problems hearing it. Yes, her line is plugged in all the way. I'm taking a look at everything. It's showing good on her meters and everything. So I'm not having any problems on my end hearing her. And I'm showing that the audio output is good. So if you all are still saying that you're not hearing something, you might have a different problem. I'm not really sure why. But the audio is coming in the same way for all of you. So if you're not hearing, I'm not really sure what to tell you. If that's the case, then what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and do it differently. So are you all sure you're not hearing anything? Because if you're not, I'll just record it for you later. Okay, let's try this a different way here. I don't have any bootleg equipment, sir. But if you're saying you're not hearing anything, I'll just take you at your word for it. And we'll just do this a little bit differently. I don't want to sit here all night because I got things to do and she's got things to do too, I imagine. So one last time, if you're not able to hear anything, that's okay. I'll just go ahead and we'll just record it later for you, and then you can catch it on the flip side, I suppose. Those would be your options. All right. Well, be that as it may here, what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can, I'm going to go ahead and just see about having us